Hey guys, it's Tinker Taylor here today, bringing you the final part of the Gothic Mansion. Um, the reason why this video is so long is because I did not want to make this into multiple parts, so I did not, and I just made it into one big part. Originally, I wasn't even going to put the screenshots in, which, like, I always do, and I love putting the screenshots in, but I just felt like it was going to be such a long video. I thought it was already going to be half an hour, and then to add more time on top of that. I was just gonna not do the screenshots, but just still do it in one video. But I managed to get it under 20 minutes. I say managed. I slightly overestimated how long the video portion would be, and also the screenshot portion. I did also get rid of some screenshots because, well, it's just like on the second floor there are two bedrooms, and they're identical because they're supposed to be like guest rooms. And instead of doing like a full-blown tour of them, I guess, I just took screenshots of them both and then only put up screenshots of one of them. Because they're identical, they're just reverse. So, yeah. I also wasn't entirely sure what to do with the green space. So I looked up a bunch of mansion photos and most of them have green spaces like that. It's just, yeah, simply green spaces. And so, yeah, I just decided not to worry about doing that. Like, I still put some stuff in here and there and whatnot, but I didn't want to go over the top. I felt like it wasn't necessary. Yeah, so there's still some greenery going on outside. And yeah. So this is the little pool house, which I think I mentioned last video, like, oh yeah, I've already done it, but I didn't realize that I hadn't finished it. Like, I started it, but I didn't finish it. So here I am finishing it up. I don't know. I kind of fell in love with this house the more and more I did it. So obviously I did the master suites upstairs first, and I'm not too sold on them, not too in love with them, but yeah, the further down you get, I'm absolutely in love. I mentioned last video I was going to do a library, and I did, and I love it. I think the only thing that could make it better was by putting a fireplace in, but I couldn't figure out where to fit it in because the fireplace was kind of an afterthought. Otherwise I would have put it in first and then built the library around it. But I'm very excited when we get to it, so I'm not going to spoil it. And yeah, I fill out all of the rooms. Some of the rooms I didn't know what to do with, and it's quite evident. I also tried to, like, this little pool house is a little bit more decorated and furnished compared to some of the other rooms in the house. But I also didn't want to have the house be fully decked out and furnished and whatever. I wanted it to sort of feel empty intentionally. I wanted it to be like, oh, well, you know, if we wanted to, we're so rich we could, but I'm not going to furnish it. We want it to be simple and plain and blah, blah, blah. So that's what it ends up being. It's also about 430,000 simoleons, so it's a little pricey. You know, just if you've got that much money lying around, perfect lot for you. If you don't, yeah, it's expensive. That wasn't my intention. I do one day want to do a giant, massive, like, expensive build and see how expensive I can make it. But I will probably stream that. I'm supposed to be streaming once a month, and I don't think I have streamed a single time this year. But I'm hoping over the holidays I will get the courage to stream a couple of times. Because my goal was to stream on average once a month. So as long as I stream 12 times this year, that's an average of once a month. And I'm hoping it means I can get the courage to do it while I'm still doing uni. At this current point in time, I am not at uni. Like, I'm on holidays. But yeah, I'm hoping to get back into, I say get back into streaming, I've only ever streamed once. Yeah, so I'm gonna try and stream a little bit, but for the rest of today, it's just build, 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 video, 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 and then tomorrow is packing, and then I'm off to go house sit. So, yes, I'm gonna be very exhausted when I get back from house sitting and holidays and whatnot, but I'm very keen to go on this holiday, just to relax. I say that I'm not gonna get to relax until I get back, but I'm gonna be out doing things, so I'm gonna have a. It's like when people go on normal holidays. Like if you're not house sitting, you're just going on holidays. You go on holidays to do stuff, and then when you get back, you're so exhausted from doing all this stuff that you need a holiday from your holiday, and that's what it's gonna be like. Just yeah, needing a holiday from my holiday. But yeah, very keen because I get to trial some new ingredients for cooking. I've never used them before, but one of my roommates has. And so I thought, you know what, I'll try it while I'm on holidays. And if I don't like it, well, now I know. So yeah. I'm gonna make lots of food and I get to play with lots of animals. I might be putting pictures of the animals up on Instagram, on my story. So, I haven't decided that yet, but by the time this video comes out, I will be with said pets. I'm very excited. So, yeah, definitely check out, wait around, check out, find out. English. English is the language I'm trying to speak. Definitely go and check out my Instagram if you want to potentially see some animals. That's what I'm trying to say. My goodness. Yeah. Cool. We're only, what, 8 minutes in and I'm already stuttering and not knowing how to speak, but I think we all know that's the norm. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say, which is not good because I've got just under 20 minutes left. Probably should talk about this library. So I love this library. It's 2-story, as you probably have already seen, and I really, really, really wanted to have some seats over the top of it, over the top of these bookcases, so you could like sit down in the window and read. I just thought that would be beautiful. And I have not playtested it yet, but when I get back from holidays, I'm going to play test everything. It's just this build is so big, and to get someone to run around and test out everything, like it's gonna take forever, and I currently don't have forever. If I can do it before I go, I will, and it'll be in the description. If it's playtested. If it's not in the description below, then I have not playtested it because I have not had the time, but I will when I get back. I don't know if I'll playtest this one. Like I should. It's just that if I've already uploaded it and I playtest it and find out something's not usable, that might be a bit annoying. But at least I can tell you guys, like, hey, just to warn you, the seats don't work, or the library over, like the bookshelf over here doesn't work, or whatever. But I think most of it should be pretty usable because I tried to build it like openly and spaciously, And when you have open and spacious builds, it's generally pretty easy to use. So that's why, like, at some point later, you'll see me trying to fit a fireplace into this room, and I wasn't sure if it was going to fit, so I take it out, and the chess table I'm about to put down now, it will work. It's fine. It's like it should work, but putting the fireplace in, I was like, I don't think it's going to work. But yeah, the build should work. That's all I'm going to say. I don't think there's anything that really gets in the way of anything else. I'm just trying to go floor by floor, room by room. I feel like the master suite should be fine on both sides. The bedrooms on the second floor should be fine. Well, the second story of the library and the second story lounge should be fine. This part of the library should be fine. The other lounge room should be fine. Office should be fine. Everything should be fine. I don't think I overcrowded anything. I get with crowded builds, that's why it doesn't fit and doesn't make sense, but this one I feel like it'll be fine and that everything will work. Oh, the mailbox is the only one I haven't tested out. I'm not sure if it'll work here, but yeah, I just put it there because I didn't want it to be inside the gate and I didn't want to move the gate. Yeah. Oh, I need to stop pinching my lip. I was just playing with my lip. I've split my lip at least 10 times a day. That's not even an exaggeration. I keep splitting my lip and it's so infuriating because I can't even smile, because if I smile it splits it again. And one split healed and then the next day another split happened. So I'm trying to heal this last one. But I think because I went to bed with some lip balm type stuff on, it stopped it from drying out overnight, which is good. On another note, trying to get these bookshelves to, like, I wanted to just delete one of the bookshelves and then put in a different one. Deletes the whole section. You have to detach them all, and it's so, like, ugh. I just want to delete the one. So, yeah, that's currently my issues with that. The new Book Nook kit, how they all, like, they all grab together. And you can shifting them all together, fantastic. When I want to delete just one and I have to detach it from everything, otherwise it deletes everything. Mildly infuriating, but I guess we can't have both. Because, yeah, that was mildly infuriating trying to do that, but yeah, I don't know. I figured it out in the end. Just had to keep moving things around, and every time I moved this bit wasn't connected, and this bit wasn't connected, but this bit was, and oh, you've just deleted things. Oh, you've just duplicated them. I don't know how I duplicated the bookcases, but I did. So, yeah, that's, if you're wanting to get anything that has modular type things in The Sims, like the Book Nook kit, or is it Tiny Living? I say that so uncertainly because I have no idea. I think it's Tiny Living that also has modular stuff. It's the same concept. Oh, getting anything from the Tiny Living to get like all of the circular stuff to stick them together and then have them on the grid, it drives me insane. I don't understand how it's supposed to work. And that's like the little, like a little modular shelf nook thing. If anyone knows what I'm talking about and understands my pain, yeah, like, I can't remember what it's called. It's a little modular shelf type thing. It's not square. It's got rounded corners. The square ones also are kind of annoying, but the circle ones annoy me even more. I don't remember what they're called. Anyway, I don't use any of them in this build, thankfully. And I think I don't ever use them really because of how much they annoy me. Like the big modular shelves are fine, but it's the tiny little like one square ones that are supposed to sit on top of all the shelves as like storage nooks. I think I tried using them in Linda's home daycare, and that's where I was like, this is just not working for me. I want to give up. So yeah, that was more than mildly infuriating. Yeah. Still got like another 10 minutes to go and I have no idea. I've run out of things to talk about. I need to start bringing flashcards to these videos, so if I run out of something to say, I can let you guys know. I don't even have a fun fact stored. Oh, actually, I recently learned that the Vikings, when they created their language and you know, they were chiseling it into stone and whatnot. The easiest direction to chisel is straight down. Hence why, yeah, the majority of the letterings, the letters, are such angular letters. If that makes any sense? It's not they can't really do anything circular because to do a circle, chiseling it in stone is just immensely difficult. So I learned that the other day. So yeah, there's your fun fact for you. Here is also where I'm adding all the fireplaces in because I realized it did keep this place warm, because how cold would this place be? Like, can you imagine? All of the marble everywhere and the open spaces, like these fire places would barely do anything. Like if you were sitting right by it, you could get warm, but it's not gonna warm the entire room, especially during winter. But I imagine during winter you'd have all of them on and try and heat up the whole house, which is a little bit wasteful, but I also hate being cold, so yes, it's a very tough trade-off. Be cold or be wasteful. This is why I've invested in multiple blankets and warm clothing. I got gifted an hoodie, so I'm currently wearing it because it is starting to get cold, but I'm not going to be bringing it with me on my trip, which is unfortunate. Although, where I'm going, I believe there is an hoodie that I can borrow for the entire time that I'm there. I'm also bringing lots of jumpers because where I'm going is colder than where I am now. I don't like being cold. If anyone knows anything about me, yeah, I hate being cold. I think it's the worst. I really struggle to be warm. Sometimes in summer, I will wear a jumper because of how cold I am. And people think I'm insane because, well, it's summer. And when it's like proper summer, I don't, because, well, yeah, it's yucky and hot. But towards the end of summer, or the start of it, I'm still in jumpers. Like, depending on how hot the summer gets, and depending on where I am for the summer, I can, yeah, I can be in a jumper for like 10 months of the year. Maybe 11, depending. Like, I love a good jumper. People find it odd, but I'm cold all the time, so I'm gonna wear a jumper. Anyway, pretty much coming to a close with this video. I know there's still 6-ish more minutes, but I'm pretty sure 2 or 3 of those minutes are the screenshots, the numerous screenshots, and yeah, there's not much more that gets added to the backyard. The backyard I keep pretty plain and simple. I didn't want to go too crazy or fill it up too much. I know there's a whole big hedge maze at in the front yard, but I didn't want to overdo it in the backyard. I don't know. I wanted to keep it open and airy, I guess, like the rest of the house. Like, there's stuff there, but it's not everywhere. So, I don't know. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on how I've done. Also, if you saw last video before you saw this one, and you guessed the rooms, like what rooms I'd add in, let me know down below if you got it right, or if you think I should have put in something else instead of what I did put in, like a sunroom instead of another sitting room. There are 3 sitting / lounge type rooms in this build, which, you know, cool, whatever, but couldn't figure out what else to do, not even gonna lie. So it just became, you can sit here in the sitting room, and then all of like the walking spaces, the halls and whatnot, completely empty. Didn't do anything about them. I didn't feel like it was necessary to clutter it up with useless nonsense that made no sense. And also, if you want to download this build, the more stuff I put in, the harder it is going to be to run on your computer. I say that, and then I go and put all these hedges in. So, yeah, I don't know. It's interesting, to say the least. But yeah, it was fun to build. I don't think I'm going to take up a big build like this while in the middle of exams ever again. It was the worst idea of my life. But I'm going to try and do some bigger builds in the future. And try and do better builds. Also, during this portion, I kept accidentally hitting my mouse, and somehow that would make my camera change. So it would be from the Sims 3 camera, which is just so smart and useful and wonderful, to the Sims 4 camera, which just feels weird. And I don't know how I kept doing that. I think I kept hitting a mouse button on the side, but I don't know how it does that. I don't know how it changes that, so I don't know. That was definitely infuriating to deal with while trying to build, and then suddenly being thrusted into the Sims 4 camera and not knowing what I was doing. But anyway, yeah. We are jumping into the screenshots now. I didn't do any exterior shots, which was kind of dumb, but I think we've seen enough of the outside of the build during this time period that it's okay to not have them. Yeah, this library, I absolutely love it. I really wish there was more variance in the books, so that wasn't so samey. I did want it samey in the office here, because it kind of felt like, I don't know, whenever you see like legal offices or anything like that, they have all of like the case law and this and that stacked together, and they're all the same color, or they're all in the same binders and blah blah blah. And like, okay, these binders here are this type of case law, and these binders here are this one, and like I like that, but in the library it doesn't feel right. I feel like it should be much more spontaneous, like an actual library. We're kind of limited in our options, which is unfortunate, but you know, I'm happy we have what we have. The only thing is the black wood swatch isn't black wood. It's like a dark brown wood, and that kind of annoys me. But I'm not gonna be picky about it. I'm just gonna leave it and love it. But anyway, it's pretty much the end of the build. So if you've enjoyed, definitely let me know down below. I hopefully will come out with better builds like this, and yeah, I'll do them twice a week, 2 videos a week, and hopefully I will see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.